Brought to you by Hallow, the world's #1 prayer app. Hey, Lynn, what's going on?
Hi, Dr. John. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course, what's up?
My question is, my parents lived on our property and they've been with us for about a year. How exactly do I navigate setting a boundary with them to move off of our property and also kind of maintain the integrity of our relationship, as it can get a little rocky with my mom at times?
You can't do both.
Yes.
You can keep your integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Or let me say this. Integrity comes from the, I don't want to be too nerdy. It's integer, it's whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't both tell your parents, I want you to not live on our property anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And also be responsible for the totality of that relationship. Because it's two of you, or it's three of you.
Mm-hmm.
What you can do is treat your mom, and is your dad involved too?
As my stepdad, yeah.
Okay, so you can treat both of them with dignity and respect. You can give them a timeline. You can put it all in writing. You can be very, very clear.
Mm-hmm.
But if they want to act like children and whiny babies and throw a fit, then they get to do that too.
Gotcha, because it's kind of what's happening. I set the boundary about a week ago, and I'd expressed to them, my husband and I, the last few years has been really rough. We were taking care of my husband's dad for a while, who had chronic, he had kidney problems, and we're doing dialysis for him for 2 years, and then he passed, unfortunately, in the home. And then a couple months after that, my husband's mother got really sick. I quit my job, took care of her for 4 months in the home, and then she started doing better, thank God, miraculously. She's back doing so much better. But then my mom and stepdad show up, and my dad needed to have some medical procedures done to take care of some things. And we told them, yes, it's absolutely fine. You can stay in the RV on our property until you get everything taken care of. Well, that time has passed, and it's been about a year now, and my husband and I really just need a break.
Yeah.
We need our space. And I just can't emotionally cater to my mom like I used to when I was a kid. She's literally the only person on the face of the planet I have a hard time setting a boundary with.
Mm.
So it makes it difficult.
When you, for some reason, and I don't know why, the way you're using the phrase, I need to set a boundary,
Mm-hmm.
That almost like, I don't know. I don't know that that's the right word here. I don't know why it's kind of stuck. I just keeps looping on me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a little more businessy.
Okay.
Your parents need to move off your property.
Yes.
And it doesn't need to be this, I got to set a boundary and this big, like, modern psychological intervention. Like, I need my mom and dad to move off my property.
Mm-hmm.
They've stayed for a year, and I need to ask them what their plan is. So when you talked to them a week ago, what'd they say?
Well, I expressed why, and they said that they understood, and the conversation seemed like it went really well.
Mm-hmm.
I think the hardest thing I'm struggling with is my mom's reaction, because she can be extremely childish. And she decided to take a picture of my stepdad while I guess he was in bed, upset about me asking them to leave. And she sent me a picture, and then she said, "You broke his heart." Like a few hours after we'd had the conversation, which I had thought had gone really well and was very understood.
Sure. Okay, so let's go to right that moment. You get that text from your mom.
Mm-hmm.
You even described it to me as childish, right? It's what my 14-year-old would do.
Yes.
And it's not childish as though it's just very immature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send a picture to somebody. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it happened.
Yes.
What can you control in that moment?
My reaction.
There you go. And so let me give you
Which I did.
Well, hold on. Let me give you permission.
Mm-hmm.
You get to be really sad.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be like that. You gave your parents a year. And you want parents that are rooting for you so hard that they're like, dude, we've been here a year. We got to go. Y'all need your life back. Y'all been caring for adults for the last 5 years. You need a break.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. And y'all are supposed to be like, no. Y'all can keep living here. It's fine because they're so great to have around. That's the fantasy, right?
Yeah, it is.
So you get to be sad about that.
Mhm.
And you don't have to respond.
Yeah, I think I did respond and I said, it was never intended to be that way and I'm really sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the problem with that response, which is actually honest and good and whatever, is it opens the door a little bit. Oh, you never intended to? Well, you did, so let's make it right.
Mhm.
Right? And it's like, no, we're not going to make it right. We are making it right. Did you give them a date?
I told them that, we wanted to have within the next month, our own space and have you guys have a plan. But I know that, they live full time in their RV. They earn very limited income. So they do have to save up a little bit and prep for where they're going to go. And that was the biggest thing for me asking them to leave is because I know that they really and truly don't have another home base to go to. But it's just not really. I was getting to the point where I was feeling like this isn't my responsibility because you're in dire straits financially. Like I've helped out as much as I can, but at some point, like there's just an end to that. And I just can't keep doing it for them because it's been like this off and on, even in my previous marriage.
Yeah.
The same thing kind of happened, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm. How old are they?
My stepdad is 70. My mom is 61.
Yeah. I don't want to be crass, but she's got to go get a job.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I've offered that, and she has got a lot of and this is the thing that she likes to throw on my head to make me feel sorry for her. And I hate saying it like that, but it's where it comes from. Well, it comes off from her is that she's had a really traumatic life and gone through a lot of things, and so she just states I have social anxiety. I'm absolutely incapable of. She can't go to the grocery store by herself. But she won't go to therapy, and it's been a round and round circle to where she clings to my stepdad and he can't even leave the room without her wondering where he's at, needing him to be right there.
Yeah.
She definitely needs a lot of help, therapy wise, but she just hasn't made that a priority for herself. She likes to use it as the whole world hates me, everyone's against me, and I'm going to sit in that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it makes it really rough.
I wish I had a better answer for you. I'm heartbroken for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think the path forward is if you and your husband have decided it's time for y'all to go. Then what I would tell you is clear as kind. Here's the date. Here's our expectation. And then I think it's worth you and your husband exploring what are we actually going to do? Are we going to evict them? Are we going to have their trailer towed off our property to a nearby place? What is the or what here? Because if there is no or what, if we're not going to actually do that, we're not going to actually kick them off. Then I'd go ahead and exhale and make peace. They may never leave. Or no, we're at a place we're going to have them towed off of here. Okay, let them know that on this date, this is the drop dead date, we're going to have your trailer towed. I'll help you get a job. I'll help you with counseling. I'll help you with these other things, but I can't participate in this anymore. Yeah, sorry, Lynn. I hate that for you. You can control what you do, but you can't control the impact on the relationship. That's something you'll have to do together. And often when we draw, like you said, concrete boundaries, or we make tough business decisions, other people make choices on their own. Download the Hallow app today and get 3 free months at hallow.com/Delony.